I've never been so sure of anything before. Just like I'm in this moment, but once alone would be enough. Just take my hands and take my ring, 'cause I will always love you through anything I'll do. To talk about different segment, for the engaging about Tope, OGINNI, let's talk about love, let's talk about God, let's talk about all you need to know before you say I do.
Thank you for tuning in to Glorious Vision Television. My name is Tope, and you are welcome to Before You Say I Do. Before You Say I Do is a program designed for all categories of singles to help them to navigate their marital journey. This program is all about educating, is all about passing knowledge to our singles on all what they need to know before getting into marriage. This marriage is a place where all single ought to be, because you have a lot of things to benefit by watching this program. This program wants to help you to have a right and informed decision about choosing a life partner, about your relationship, to help you know the concept of marriage, to help you know what you are actually getting into, to help you get it right in your area of relationship. Perhaps you have been struggling in your relationship. You have been trying to have a stable relationship, or there are some issues that you need to clarify when it comes to relationship or marriage, or you have never been in any form of relationship before. You are just starting and you need to know, you need to have the understanding of what relationship is all about. This program is specifically designed for all categories of singles that have not said I do. Are you planning to get married someday? Are you trying marriage? Are you planning that one day you are going to tie the knot? And you need to learn all what you need to know. Then join me on this journey of discovery, of growth, and preparation for your marital journey. This program will help you to prevent divorce, any form of issues that could come your way even before saying I do. Because once you're already informed, once you already have the knowledge about what marriage is all about, we have discovered that a lot of singles just go into marriage for wrong reasons. A lot don't even have the understanding of what relationship or what marriage is all about. Many go into marriage because they feel that others are getting married, or out of pressure, without having the adequate information, adequate knowledge that they need to get before saying I do. This and more is what this program does to as many singles who are always loyal to this program. So if this is your first time of tuning to Glorious Vision Television, I'm telling you, you are watching Before You Say I Do. As the name implies, before you say I do, you are not missing out of anything. The program is just starting. Please don't go anywhere, and I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It is still Before You Say I Do on Glorious Vision Television, the only program designed for all categories of singles to learn, to discover themselves, to know more about marriage and relationship. And on this program, we always talk about different topics about relationship, about marriage, about faith to help as many singles that plan to be married Sunday. So this program is designed to help as many singles that plan to be married someday and want to be knowledgeable, want to have understanding of where they are going before tying the knot. So on today's episode of Before You Say I Do, in the last 2 weeks, I started a topic, relationship red flags you must never ignore. Relationship red flags, because it has been discovered that a lot of marriages today are having issues because of one or more of relationship red flags that they observe in their relationship while dating, while courting, but they just choose to overlook them for one reason or the other, or they choose not to talk about them for one reason or the other. And we discover that ignoring, overlooking all these red flags is the reason why we are having many failed marriages, many issues in marriages, many unresolved issues, conflicts, and all the rest of them. So now we are saying, for the purpose of this program, we are saying that you must never, that some red flags that you must never ignore them. Doing that is going to cause you marital disaster in the future. And if your plan is to have a peaceful home, to have a peaceful marriage, if your plan is to enjoy your home the way God planned it to be, then you need to pay attention to this topic, like I've been saying in the last 2 weeks. For those who are just tuning in today, the topic is relationship red flags you must never ignore for anything. In the last 2 weeks, we've talked about the introduction into this topic, why you must never ignore relationship red flags when you observe them in your relationship, why some, despite observing these relationship red flags, still stay in the relationship. We've talked about that too, because we said because some people, because of loneliness, some out of pressure. Everybody has one reason or the other, but we are saying that no matter what your reason is or are, some red flags, when you see them, you run. And we also said on this program we'll be talking about when to run, when to pray, when to stay, because there are some red flags that you may not necessarily need to run away or to break the relationship. You may still need to pray. You may still give time to have conversation, discussion with your partner, and to give them time to adjust or to work on themselves before it now finally gets to the stage where you said, oh, I've done what I'm supposed to do. I have prayed. I have discussed with this person. And it's like this person is not willing to come out of this bad character. So the next thing I do is, for my own safety and my own well-being, I think I will take a walk. So these are more on what we'll be talking about. So if you're in a relationship right now, I'm telling you, it's very important that you pay attention to this topic. You may be in a red flag relationship and you don't even know. You may not know. This is one of the things we talked about in the last 2 episodes, that some are in this kind of relationship that they don't even know that they are there. Some see it as love. Some take it for love. It's because he or she loves me. Some see it as something that is minor. Some take it to be, oh, after the wedding in our marriage, we can always work things out. Which many that are ahead of you that are married thought that they could always work on things. But today, it has become something very difficult for them, something that is giving them heartache, that they don't even know what to do anymore. I don't want your own situation to get to that level where you don't know what to do anymore, where you become confused, where you are now going about claiming anonymous. Please don't put my name. I don't want people to know that I'm the one. Please, I have a story and I need your advice. No. So it's better you get it right from the onset. So we've talked about all of that. When we talk about relationship red flag, we are talking about danger signs that you will see in your relationship, warning signs that the Holy Spirit will let you know that this relationship is not something to take to the next level. This relationship is not something that you should stay inside. So red, any red color means danger. So the same thing applies. We are talking about danger signs, warning signs that will tell you that all is not right in this relationship. And I could remember saying that because you are a Christian does not mean that there won't be red flags in your relationship. Because you met this person in the church, because both of you are Christians, does not mean that there won't be issues, that there will not be red flags in your relationship. So don't get it wrong. I know a lot of Christian singles especially usually get this area very wrong. You believe that because you met somebody in the church, you expect them to behave in a certain way, you expect them to talk in a certain way because you believe that they should know better. They are in the church, they listen to sermons, they do this, they do that. But I'm telling you, it does not matter at all. People, even with that, they can still be living with some red flags that are very, very dangerous. And for your well-being, like I said, if you observe them, then so we will continue. Where we stopped last week was the signs. I already started on the signs, and I've said so many of them. So I'll just advise that if you are just tuning in, this is the third part of it. Is a series. It's going to run for this month of May. It's going to run for this month of May. So if you have friends that you want them to be part of this, to learn something from these red flags, just encourage them to go and watch from the part 1 on our YouTube page. Just tell them to search for Glorious Vision Television on our YouTube page. From there, you get it from the first part, the second part, because this is the third part of this particular topic. So for you to get the full version of what I've been saying, you need to go and watch it from the part 1 to, as I'll be exposing so many red flags and what you need to do. So it's very, very important that you join me in this series of discussing and exposing relationship red flags that you must never ignore for anything. As long as you want to have a beautiful, peaceful relationship that will extend to marriage, please, I want you to join me, and please don't miss any episodes of this particular topic. I tell you, it's going to really help your relationship. So today we'll go to the next point. If you have been in a relationship with someone, you have been courting for a while, for quite a while, and the person has never deemed fit it introducing you to any of his friends or family, it's a red flag. Just like 2 days ago, I was discussing with a young lady. You know, she reached out to me for some counseling, and in the course of our discussion, I asked her this particular question. I said, you know, she was so excited and she was saying so many beautiful things about this young man. And I already know that this person is already in love, and I can see that yes, they plan to get married. So I just asked her one question. I said, have you met the young man's family? She said no. Has he met with your own family too? She said no. So I said, what's the excitement about? He said, but I've met the friends that anytime we go out, he's always introducing me to his friends, telling them I'm his fiancé, I'm his fiancé, I'm his fiancé. Oh, good. I said, fine. Because that's okay. Because for some, they will not even introduce you to anybody, because they know that they have something that they are hiding. So they will not introduce you even to their friends. And I asked the reason why they've not gone to meet each other's parents. She said because they are still working on some certain things, which she explained to me. And I said, fine. Yes, it's good at that. It's good at that. No problem with that from what she told me. But I said the fact that the guy is so confident, you know, and is so cool with you anytime, and even to the extent of introducing you. He said even when his friends want to start saying something, you just tell them, no, I may be talking about marriage or talking about it. You just say, no, I'm not part of you. I already have somebody I'm dating. It's not that I'm just dating, my fiancé. And when it gets to the level where a man is calling you or introducing you as his fiancé, then it means that that guy has something good for you, He has you as part of his plan, or he has you in his plan for him to be seeing you. That means that this young man is seeing a future with you. That's why he's so bold and courageous to introduce you to anybody that comes his way. Meet my fiancé. Even though I know some people can say, mommy, it has happened to me. Oh, he introduced me to his family, to his friends, and at the end of it, the relationship didn't end into marriage. I know there can be some like that. So now, so if you have been courting for a while and you have not met anybody, okay, for this same young lady again, I said, but how about his maybe siblings? He said, yes, I've met with his brothers and sisters and the same thing, but just our parents are the ones. We have people in the family who already know that we are courting. It's just our parents that are yet to know, but other members are say good. At least the siblings, family members are already aware, so it's good. Not like you that you have been courting somebody or dating somebody 4 years. He has not even spoken about taking you to meet his parents, his family. He's all, he just keep postponing it. Yes, we'll go and meet them, we'll go and see mommy one day, and this never come to pass. Please don't joke with it. You just discover that you ended up wasting years that you should have used to do something tangible with your life. Even if you are not in a relationship, years that you should have used to grow yourself, to develop yourself, and do other things in preparation for that marriage. So the best thing you need to do is, if you are in a relationship and this person is yet to even talk or discuss about your asking things about your family or your parents, or saying when are we going to meet them, or the day you ask him to is not giving you a satisfactory answer, please, it's a red flag. That person is not yet convinced that you are the one that he wants to spend the rest, or she wants to spend the rest of his or her life with, and you don't have to overlook that. Very, very serious. Another point is that character flaws. Another red flag you must not ignore during your dating and your courting is the character flaw of a person you are in a relationship with. Yes, no one is perfect, I know. Everyone has one flaw of the other, but certain character flaws just cross the red line. There are some certain characters that they just cross the red line that you must not ignore. I'm not saying that everybody is 100%, but there are some certain characters that when you observe them in your relationship, you don't close your eyes to them. That person has just crossed the red line. That person has just stepped on this danger sign that we have talked about. And if you don't want to get burnt or destroyed, it's better you do not close your eyes to such character flaws. Now, when somebody is abusive, physically abusive, emotionally abusive, it can eat you. She can, there's some ladies too that does that too. They slap men as if they are slapping their junior ones at home. So when your relationship gets to a stage that emotionally you are not comfortable, physically you are not comfortable, that is not a good relationship. That is not an healthy relationship, and it should not be ignored. It should not be taken for granted. You should not be taken for granted. You should not see it as, oh, it's a sign of love. It's a sign that is trying to correct me. Correcting someone does not have to get to the extent that somebody will eat you and there will be scar all over your face, that to the extent people will start asking you what is wrong with your face, and you'll be hiding because you don't want to tell them that it's your man or your lady that eats you. So these are some of the character flaws that I will not even support you ignoring. Another one is unwillingness to forgive or holding grudges. When you are dating somebody who is always unwilling, when you are in a relationship with somebody who is always unwilling to forgive or holding on to grudges, when there are differences between you, conflicts, this person does not forgive, you'll be sending messages, you'll be calling, begging, to the extent that something that both of you could just have ironed out between yourselves and let it go and continue with your relationship. It has to extend to talking to friends because you have spoken to him, you have begged him, and he or she is not ready to forgive. So you have to now go to the extent of talking to his friends, talking to some people that you know that they are closer to him or her, it's not something that you should ignore. People that are married today, they will tell you, my husband can keep malice. We are living in the same house, and 2 months, my husband will not talk to me. He will be sending message. Do you want to have that kind of a spouse as a husband, as a wife? It's going to be very terrible. You are not going to enjoy that marriage at all. You are never going to be happy in that kind of marriage. You are going to be frustrated. That marriage is going to be frustrating and frustrating you. So what am I saying? Unwillingness to forgive or holding grudges under character flaws must not be ignored. Pride or arrogance, when somebody is so much full of pride, no sign of humility, he or she can just talk to you anyhow without even considering how you're feeling, without considering your feeling, talking to you anyhow. Engaging in addictive behaviors that are harmful. Maybe this person, they have one addictive behavior, that's addiction. Maybe they are addicted to a particular thing. Please don't ignore any form of addiction that you observe in this relationship or in this man. It may be that I don't know, there's so many things. Even Bible talks about moderation. Anything that you feel that this one, you are even saying, this one is too much now, that you begin to see that is in excess. Please don't ignore. It could be anything. It could be talking too much. I don't know. Anything that you know that is just an addiction for you. Gambling, telling lies, not honest, and all the rest of them. You should not. Always choosing words that hurt you and belittle you. Engaging in infidelity or unfaithfulness. Any sign of infidelity, unfaithfulness, or cheating, it must never be ignored. If you feel that it's because the guy is still single or the lady is still single because you have not proposed to her or he has not proposed to you, that's why that's why this person is doing this. It's a lie. This person will take it to the marriage, and you will remember when it starts hurting you. Remember that when you were courting, when you were dating, he or she has always been like this. Even at that time, that I've had people that will say that as at the time we were dating, I was not the only man in the lady's life. The lady too will say I was not the only lady. I could remember when I go visiting, I usually meet some ladies, even his phones, there's so many messages from other ladies. So you can see it's not going to stop. So when you observe all of this, for your peace and for your well-being, allow this person to be. Then failing to communicate effectively or openly. So another lady to reach out to me on this. He said, man, the person I'm in a relationship with and we are planning to get married, I have observed something about him. And I said, what is that? He said, he doesn't communicate. I have to at every point in time be forcing him to talk, to speak, to say anything that is wrong with him. I will always force him. Sometimes he will not even want to say anything. Not until I threaten to leave him. And I said, that is it, red flag. Why will you be in a relationship and you have to be threatening your man that I'm going to leave this relationship before he can open up, before he can communicate with you? I said, are you ready to go and be fighting all of this in your own marriage? Is it what you want to bargain for? Is this how you want to be doing in your marriage? And she said, no, ma. I said, so you have seen it yourself. This is a red flag. He should be able to open up. He should be able to say something. I know that there are some people that they don't talk too much, but not like when you are being asked again. You don't talk naturally. But when somebody observes that, oh, you are feeling down, something is not just all right, and this person shows concern, and she's asking you questions, yet you are not ready to talk. This is a kind of a man that they knows how to hide things. They hide things. They are very, very secretive when they don't communicate openly. Please. And I told her, and she said, Mommy, you are right. And I asked her that question. So it's a red flag. If you are in a relationship with somebody that cannot communicate openly or effectively, it's definitely a red flag, and you should never or must never ignore these character flaws for anything. On this note, I want to go on this short break. When I return, the program continues. Please don't go anywhere, and I'll be right back. Are you about tidying up, or are you ready to unlock the secret to a successful and fulfilling marriage? Well, look no further. Introducing 3 amazing must-have books that have been produced and tailored to help singles make the right choices are now out. Carefully written by Tope, an experienced marriage counselor and host of the popular television program Before You Say I Do. The books will no doubt be an invaluable companion for all singles out there who are trying to make a choice of a life partner. Making the right decisions before you say I do deals with the integrity of how relationship can be carefully managed to produce the desired result for singles, while Prayer Guide for Singles Seeking Life Partners points out the important and invaluable role of prayers for singles in making choices. It offers a comprehensive collection of prayers specifically designed to help singles manifest a godly life partner and help connect with God. Relationship red flags you should never ignore. Laid bare the signs and indications that can help a single to avoid a union that will ultimately lead to endless years of pain, regret, and even sorrow. All these books are now on sale. Get your copies now at the Apostolic Church Nigeria, LAWNA Bookshop, Olorunda K2, Lagos, or visit our website for convenient online ordering, topeoginni.com.ng, or call 081 4356 1574. Remember, it is never too late to make the right choices for your heart. So do not wait any longer. Grab your copies today and start your journey towards healthy and godly marriage. Distributors are wanted nationwide. Welcome back. It is still Before You Say I Do on Glorious Vision Television. And the topic of discussion for this week is still on relationship red flags you must never ignore. And I've been on the signs. So the next warning sign is disrespect. Never you date or be in a relationship with a man or woman who disrespects you. This does not show a sign of love, but shows that this person does not love you and they don't have regard for you. If a man or woman loves you, they will respect everything about you. They will respect your boundaries. They will respect your privacy. But if you can't see this in this your own relationship, if it is full of disrespect, this person can disrespect you in the public, in the presence of people, without considering your feelings, without minding how you are going to feel. Please, is a no, and it's a red flag, and you should not just close your eyes to it. The next one we are going to talk about anger issues. We want to talk about anger issues. Anger issues are things you must not ignore in a relationship. If you're at a stage in life where you want a life partner to marry, you need to choose a godly person with good anger management skills. Don't get me wrong. Everybody at one point in their life will see things that will make them to get angry. But if you are in a relationship with a young man or woman who gets angry to the extent that they become destructive, they are ready to kill, they start eating you, kicking you, they don't care at that moment what happens to you. This person cannot manage his or her anger. It's a red flag. Today we are hearing stories, we are reading stories about couples, spouses who are killing one another. What do you think is the cause? Because of somebody, a man or woman or a spouse who cannot control his or her anger, who cannot manage his or her anger. Because if you are able to manage your anger or control it, you will not get to the extent that you will beat your wife to death. You will beat your husband to death, or you will take something and eat it on your husband to the extent that he will die. So it's a result of somebody who could not manage his or her anger. So anger issue is not something that you should joke with. It's not something that you should make fun with. If you're in a relationship with somebody who has anger issues, who has problem managing his or her anger, it's a big red flag. I could remember there was a particular man who once watched Before He Said, he's a married man, and he reached out to me and said that he watched one of my episodes, and he reached out to me and said, my own wife's problem is that She gets angry to the extent that nobody can control her at that point. Nobody can talk to her. This is what I've been living with for many, many years. When we were dating, and I asked him, like I used to, and he said, yes, I saw it, but I thought maybe it's because she was still single that we could be able to manage this thing together. I could help her to get out of it. But I just discovered that after the wedding, in our marriage, the anger became worse to the extent that it became something that at times for 1 month I would just leave the house when she starts, because everything just become like a terror in the home. The home, even for her and her children, it becomes so terrible that we have to be avoiding her even within the house. So I'm telling you how bad anger issue can be. I've said it before. I said it's not that people don't get angry, but when it becomes so excessive to the extent that people have to destroy things. I've also watched a video of a woman that thought that her husband was cheating, and he saw a vehicle that resembled that of her husband, and he thought that the vehicle was her husband's car. The next thing she did was she started eating the car, destroying the car, until when the owner came, and the owner said, "Madam, what is happening?" And he was like, "This is my husband." He said, "No, not until," when he now realized that it was not. That is anger for you. Proverbs 22:24 says that we should not make friends with somebody that gets angry excessively. Anger on its own isn't sinful. It only shows how you express yourself, you know. But what makes it sinful is when you now take it to another level, to the extent that you are killing somebody died in your hand as a result of your anger, somebody went ahead to commit suicide as a result of your anger, or did something that is ungodly. If you're in a relationship with anybody that at every point in time, he or she is always threatening to kill you, threatening to harm you, threatening to deal with you in that relationship, because he or she is asking you to do something and you feel that, oh, it's not right, it's not okay to do that thing, and the next thing they do is that they are threatening that they are, please don't joke with such threat. Oh, one day this threat will be carried out and you are gone. It's either you die or the person will render you disabled. They can beat you. We've had stories of wife pouring acid on their husband pouring acid on their wife. It's as a result of anger, mismanagement of anger. Somebody who cannot manage his anger. So please, it's a red flag, and a very serious one at that. Difference in faith practices is another red flag that you must never ignore. Amos 3:3 said, "Can two walk together except they agree?" If both of you claim to be born again, to be Christians, but you are having different faith practices, as in maybe you are from different denominations, ensure that you both agree on some certain practices before you go ahead. We have people who are married also today, they got married from different denomination. This is their own red flag. It's really, really telling on their marriage today. It's really telling on their marriage, where the husband is saying that the children must be going to my church. The wife is saying that my church is the best to grow children. They are at loggerheads as we are speaking now. So if you are coming together from different denominations, you need to agree. Like I said, can two work together except they agree? You must ensure that you agree. So here are some specific concerns when it comes to people dating from different denominations. When you have different doctrines, conflicting beliefs can cause division. One is saying that this is how they do it in my church. The lady is saying this is how they do it in my church. And both of you never agree that, okay, if this is how they are doing it in your church, let us go for your church. But all you get every time is to keep arguing and argue. I don't like the way they worship in your church. I don't like the way they pray in your church. You never agree. Please don't go ahead and marry that young man or that young woman. Ensure that both of you agree on which church you'll be going, which one you'll be attending, even after your wedding, which church will you be attending as a family with your children. You must agree on all of this before you go ahead and say, yes, I do. The next one is lack of spiritual growth. One person growing spiritually while the other is not concerned. If you're in that kind of relationship that you discover you are growing, and the more you are carrying your partner along, the more you see that he or she is not even ready to balance the spiritual growth, it's a red flag. Neglecting prayer life together as a couple to be, you need to be praying together. You need to set a day, a time that both of you can pray together. Is it on phone, or you go to church, or you have a place where you can pray together? Planning to be together as husband and wife requires prayer. So if you are planning to get married and you are not praying for your future marriage, your future life, your future children, then you don't know what you are doing, because by now your time starts now. You should start praying about your future, about the kind of children that you want to raise, about the vision, the dreams that God has shown for both of you concerning your marriage, concerning your family, or individually. Now is the time. And even for your wedding, your marriage, by now you should start praying for everything. So if you decided to do that and this person is not ready, and you know that you are this prayer type of a person, that you like prayer, you love prayer, but this person is not ready, it's a red flag. Don't ignore. Don't say, yeah, if he's not doing it now, if she's not ready for it now, when we get married, I know that we know by that time we are already husband and wife and we are already one family, we'll be doing that together. It may not be as you plan. Different views on prayer and Bible study. You know, there are different views. If you go on internet now, you hear a lot of things about churches, about doctrines, every different views on one topic or the other. So if I'm coming from this church and you are coming from that church, and on a particular topic both of us want to talk about tithe, I am saying that we have to give our tithe, and you are saying that tithe is not recognized in the Bible, and you hardly agree. You should know that if you ended up marrying this person and you want to be giving your tithe in the church, there's going to be conflict between you. There's going to be conflict between you and this person, because he or she does not believe in tithing, and he or she is not going to allow you to be doing that. We just say it as if you are giving your pastor money. So you have to ensure that you agree on all of these things before you go ahead and get married. Agree on prayer. Some people like loud prayer. Some people is jelenke prayer. That is silent prayer, quiet prayer. You should agree on all of this. I have watched a short film where the sister, the husband is sleeping, and the sister started praying, and she was praying, she was shouting on top of her voice. We can see the husband turning, showing that he was uncomfortable with the way the wife was shouting to pray. And the next thing is, we just saw that the man woke up and said, you are disturbing me with this. So it's not like disturbing, it's not like the prayer is a disturbance, but the way he was making noise about it. So these are the things that you should ask yourself. You should know, I like to pray aloud. No, I like silent prayer. You should agree. Okay, if you have to do your silent prayer, silent prayer doesn't even need to go anywhere. Somebody can be sitting down, be praying, and people will know. And we have some people that if they don't pray aloud, they cannot pray. They must talk. You must hear them. So it's not a sin to do that, but you just know which method works for you, so that there will not be conflict in your mind. Don't say that when we get married that we'll be able to iron all of this out. Iron it out now. And if you know that you cannot reach a compromise when it comes to that, it's better you don't go ahead. Then conflicting beliefs about moral standards. There's some church that they don't have moral standards, and there are some that believe in moral standards. There are some churches that you can dress indecently to the church, and there are some that they will frown at it. These are some of the things you should talk about. There are some church that they don't wear jewelries, they don't trousers are not allowed. These are the things that you must talk about. So if you are coming from church where all those things are permitted, and you are coming to date somebody who is coming from a church, all these things are not permitted, how do you balance it? You must ensure that you balance that. But if you are the type that you say, no, I cannot go for a lady who wears makeup, who wears trouser, then please, if you see anyone like that, it will be a red flag for you to go ahead and be disturbing somebody who feels that who feels she's comfortable in that kind of attire, in her makeup and in her jewelries. Go for your type. Pray to God to give you your type. that does not believe in wearing all of those things, so that two of you can work together, like Amos 3:3. You don't have to disturb somebody. You don't have to. So all these things are red flags that even those who are married today, they're having issues. Somebody got married to somebody who doesn't wear makeup. You are married to her today. You are now forcing her that you don't like that her face is always dry, that you want her to be wearing makeup after two children. And she said that he met me like that, which I explained to him that apart from religiously, I'm just that kind of a lady that I myself, it's not because of religion. I don't like makeup. While growing up, I don't. My mom even said that anybody that wear makeup, that I always run away from them. So it's not about religion. I don't like it too. So my husband understand that side of my life, and is not forcing it on me that, oh, because I see other ladies wearing makeup and it fits them, you too, you must start doing that. That's what I'm saying. So you must be very, very careful that you don't do that. Then one person not attending church regularly, is a red flag. If your plan is to have a family that both of you will serve God together, if that is what you plan for your life, that I want to get married to a man or a woman that we can serve God together, we can grow together in the Lord, our children too will grow up to love God, all of us can serve God as a family. If you cannot see this in this young man or young woman, when you talk about church, he or she is never comfortable. He or she even came up one day and started saying that, this church of a thing, I'm just tired. I'm tired of every time church. This person has showed to you that he or she is not that kind of a person that is interested in going to church. So if that is what you want, what are you doing in that kind of relationship? It is red flag for that relationship, for you to feel that, okay, if he or she is not interested, I will leave you. But I know that you now be assuming to yourself that I know that, sure, after we get married, after all, by then we'll have been one family. We can always be going together. People that thought that way today, how come in some churches you will see the husband and the wife will not be attending church with him? Or sometimes you will see the wife, the husband will not be attending church. Ask them. If you have them in your church, go and talk to them. I am not going to answer that question. I'm giving you an assignment now. If you know those ones, go and ask them why their husband or their wives are not attending church with them. How come they are the only one you are seeing in that church? It may be different. You get different answers, sure. But I just want you to go and ask them. And you will see some people, the wife, the husband, and the children, as a family, you see them, they come to church in their car, they live together, and you'll be like, I pray that I have a family like this. If that is your prayer, and if that's your wish, if you are in a relationship with somebody who is not interested in going to church regularly, attending church regularly, it's a red flag for your relationship, and it's better you don't risk it. When they have no desire to grow spiritually, if you're in a relationship with somebody who is not ready to grow, yes, sometimes your spiritual life, your spiritual level may not be the same. Sometimes you will need to grow each other at a point in life, even generally, financially, materially, in everything. Most times it may not be balanced. So sometimes you may need to come together and start growing each other, engaging in personal development, helping each other to become who you are supposed to be. But if you are in a relationship with somebody who is not ready for that, who is just comfortable where he or she is, and you have a plan of growing this person, allowing this person to grow spiritually, getting to know God, getting to serve God, so that both of you can be on the same page. But the more you drag this person, the more you draw this person out of his or her shell, the more they become lukewarm. Please, it's a red flag. They don't value their faith. It is one thing for them to say that they are Christian, but does their life reflect that they are Christian? If they never mention God outside Sunday, don't pray unless they are sitting in a church, or seem indifferent to spiritual matters, you have to ask, is their faith genuine or just for show? True devotion is visible in actions, not just words. So when they claim to be Christian, does it reflect in their actions, in their words, in the way they walk, if you cannot see all of this, if they only talk about Christ when they are in church, if they only talk about anything that has to do with faith when they are within the four walls of church, you need to be very careful that these ones, they don't value their faith. They might be faking it, they might be trying to pretend to be what they are not, just because they want to please you, they want you to accept them. You need to be very, very careful. Then forgiveness issues, we've talked about that. If this person cannot forgive, it's a red flag, because there are going to be many offenses in that relationship. You are going to offend each other. Even if you don't offend each other, your children, your in-laws, anything could cause it. Money, church, anything could bring indifferences into that marriage that could make you to look at each other's faces. So when that happens, does that mean that this person will keep malice for 1 month, 2 months, and you will still be begging, like I said earlier on when I was talking about this forgiveness? So if you're in a relationship with somebody who does not have a forgiving spirit, you must never overlook anyone you are dating or courting right now who does not have a forgiving spirit, who hardly let go, who know how to keep malice or hold on to grudges, is a red flag. It's a red flag. You can say you love your partner. If you can't forgive them of their wrongs by extending grace to them, then you don't love. If I love you, if you offend me, I should be able to forgive you for the wrongs. Once you realize what you have done is wrong, I should be able to forgive you. Then all work all the time. When this person is all work all the time, or work, they hardly have time to call you, to send messages to you, to check on you. You are the only one doing this. You call, you send messages, they hardly return your calls, they hardly respond to your messages. All what he or she is always saying is, it's my work, it's my work. I want you to know, you are not his or her priority. That job is a priority. That job is that man's priority. We have them also. Let's take it to the married ones too. We have women who are married. They are married. Yes, they are married. They are in a marriage, but they are only married to their job. They hardly have time for their spouses, even for their children. It's all about work. The children hardly sit them. Daddy hardly sits down with the children. Mommy hardly sits down with the children. Daddy hardly have time during weekends with the family. This is weekend. Let us have family outing. Let us have family discussion. Let us have family dinner. Daddy hardly have time. So if you're in a relationship, dating or courting a young man or woman like that, who is all about job, my job. Their job is always taking number one, is a red flag. Who hardly have time. They don't have you hardly have time to spend together. No quality time to spend together with this person is a red flag. And they do not hesitate. Even when you have dates out, when you are supposed to go on a date, they will just come when you are already excited about the date. You have prepared yourself, you have chose the kind of dress and not dress. You are so excited, looking forward, longing for that date. All of a sudden, he will just come up and cancel the date. She will just come up and cancel the date. Oh, I'm sorry. My boss just called me. Something just happened in my place of work. This is my job. You know the nature of my job. This just happened. This just happened. It's a red flag, because except if you don't mind. If you don't mind, that's your own personal decision to take. If you don't mind a man who always spend quality time with you, if all you want to do is just to know that you have that label, you are married, you don't care about every other thing, then you can go ahead. But I know that you are not going to enjoy them. So it's a red flag for you to be in a relationship with that kind of a person who hardly have time for you. It's all about my job. Even the ones that are married, some of them, they will even take the job home. They will get home again. They will still bring their laptop, bring every office job. And the wife is not. I have women who had reached out to me on this too. My husband is all, I don't even know. I'm at this stage, I'm just not happy. My husband, we hardly go out. Is all, even on Sunday morning when we are supposed to go to church, you will see him sitting on his laptop. He will be telling you, I have something to deliver on Monday. I have a deadline. He hardly have time for I and the children. And this is eating me up. If you don't want to be like that woman that she's almost fed up, please look at this. Is a red flag for you not to create time, quality time for whoever you are dating. Is a red flag, and is not just right at all. All work all the time, is a red flag, and you must never. I know many of you too, you are always defending them. It's because it's the nature of his work, ma. It's the nature of our work, ma. You are defending them. It's better for you to address it, because you feel that because you are apart now, you are not here together. That's why you are supporting, or you are defending them. When you get married, when they are supposed to be there for you as husband, be there for you as wife, be there for your children, be there for the family, and they are not there, that is when you will understand what I'm saying. And it might be too late to now say you want to turn back the hand of clock. Before it gets to that level, when you are in a relationship with a person like this, it's better for you to take a walk. If you know you are not comfortable with it, you've addressed it, you have said so many things, and it's like this person is not ready to adjust, it's better for you to just have your peace. On this note, I've come to the end of this week episode of Before You Say I Do. Don't forget, the topic is relationship red flag you must never ignore, and it is a series, like I said. So I want you not to miss any part of this episode, because it's really going to help you to review and examine yourself, your partner, and your relationship, to know whether both of you are good to go, or it's time for you to sit down and talk and know how to get it right. I want to say thank you to as many who are able to join me on today's episode of Before You Say I Do, to my cameramen, to all the production crew behind the scene. I want to say thank you for making this another success. If you have any question on this topic, are you experiencing any red flag? Are you thinking whether it is normal, it is right or wrong? You don't even understand? I want you to share it with me. Drop it on that WhatsApp number that is scrolling on your screen. If you have any question on my previous topics too, you can also do the same. Or are you experiencing any discomfort, or you are troubled in your relationship and you need somebody to talk to? Reach out to me on that WhatsApp number that is scrolling on your screen. Or you want me to pray for your relationship, you can always do the same by dropping it on that WhatsApp number that is scrolling on your screen. And if you have friends who you believe that they can also benefit from this beautiful topic, I want you to tell them to go and watch it on our YouTube page. Just tell them to search for Glorious Vision Television on our YouTube page. They can have the opportunity of watching this episode. And don't forget to like our page, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube. I want to say thank you once again to as many people who are able to join me on today and who has been following this particular topic even from the beginning. Don't worry, it has not ended. It's about to. So please don't give up. Join me again next week for the continuation of this wonderful topic. Until I come your way again on another exciting episode of Before You Say I Do. I remain your host, Tope again. Don't forget, on Before You Say I Do, we will always help you to make the right decision before you say I do. Bye for now, and God bless you.
'Cause I've never been so sure of anything before. Just like I'm in this moment, but was alone would be enough. Just take my hands and take my ring, 'cause I will always love you through anything I'll do. Took back on the first segment, you know, for the engaging and Tope, OGINNI, you know. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about God.